Okay, apologies for being taken down earlier. I don't know what I did, but I'll try and be safe and, not do too much of any like copyright music. I might turn it up like a little bit just to see if it's it. Oh, wow. Just so we have some noise in the background, but not like an audible enough level, like if the music was the problem. Once again, apologies for having to basically mute music. So yeah, this is part 2. The commercial break is over after being taken down. Oh boy. Anyway, the show will go on. Once I get everybody back. Or I guess I can just keep going. Alright. Thank me later. Work on restabilizing your harmonics. Now, a bit of help will be nice, yeah? Wagner and I are arriving shortly. Donato, hang on! Harmonics were restabilizing at a steady but slow crawl. The adrenaline was still coursing through my veins. I had to calm down and fucking focus. I was a dead weight otherwise. Loading one piercer round. Donato, take cover! Oh, Jesus! The colony reeled as the bullet tore a sizable hole in the I.C.O.'s armor. It bled a thick, gelatinous mucus that still squirmed and writhed even as it slopped off the colony's mangled body. The I.C.O.'s beady eyes pulsated in their sockets, eyeing each feral in the cold calculation. Shay and Hugo had arrived by now, flanking the I.C.O. on both sides. We can handle this. Donato, help Bishop back on his feet. Engage Mode A! Shay's thunderous roar raised the fur on the back of my neck. The I.C.O. dashed in Shay's direction, whose feral was still in the process of shifting modes. A Myrmidian class such as mine would be finished by now, but Shay's feral was much larger. He's totally vulnerable. Hugo launched his feral after the I.C.O. and managed to grapple it by the tail. His feral's weight stopped the I.C.O. dead in its tracks. It was just enough time for Shay to complete his feral's transformation. Amberlynn lumbered its massive body towards the colony, which was swallowed by the shadow of the feral unit. Jesus. The sound of metal connecting with armor nearly burst my eardrums. Not today, Satan. The colony must have been sent sailing nearly 50 meters back, raining bits of armor and mucus along its path. Shay's feral beamed, the entirety of its front drenched in the I.C.O. guts. I turned to where the I.C.O. had landed to see it stagger back upwards. That punch must have destroyed nearly all of its internal support structures. That bastard can barely hold itself up. Hugo reached to the site as Shay reverted to Mode B. It's weakened. We can finish it off. The prospect of victory made my heart surge. My harmonics were returning to optimal levels. With another splitting shriek, it thrust itself backwards and cut effortlessly through the ground. Hugo's feral hadn't even made it halfway before the colony had vanished in a plume of dust. No! Oh, son of a bitch! It was just one clean ambush. A single strike from the mega colony left a carrier vessel aflame and its tenants dead. No, we lost people. Yeah, this is the build I'm talking about. Hey. Sorry, I kind of had to lower the music volume because I'm not sure if that's why things got taken down. My other guess is I'm going to keep silent, but I'll try not to get taken down again like that. Anyway. Yeah, the sound effects, roars, and characterization is better. Yeah, especially during the introduction of I.C.O. Yeah, sorry I didn't give you the full beauty of it. Anyway, now it's all primed. Anyway, this is Commander Wong to Operator Royce. Vehicle 8H has been destroyed with no survivors. We have encountered a hostile mega colony about 25 meters in length. Prioritize the safety of the resource carriers and exterminate it immediately. Understood. Shay growled gutturally behind the radio. Everyone was quiet. The intensity of the moment is still a visceral shock. I clawed at my face and drew a series of ragged breaths. I was too overwhelmed to think. Hey, Bishop. Commander? I'm just checking in with you to see how you're doing. Just fucking peachy, thanks. Oh, this is such a Cetus moment. This is Cetus vibes. Like, if you ever hung out with him, perfect vibe. Cut the attitude, Bishop. It helps no one. Shit, I don't want to hear apologies. I just want some information. You encountered and fought your first mega colony, and I want you to get updated on your current state. If by fought he meant sitting on my ass while the rest of the squad had to carry my dead weight, then sure. Sorry if this comes across as, well, rude, but don't think we should be, I don't know, spending our time strategizing? It's my duty to ensure the physical and mental well-being of my men, especially for a brand new pilot such as yourself. Effective teamwork and harmonics retention relies heavily on an unburdened mind. Now I'll ask you again, and I expect a direct answer. How are you faring? Overwhelmed as all hell. I see. Well, that's to be expected. I won't ask anything extravagant of you, Bishop, so simply follow our lead and stay vigilant. Is that understood? Yes, Commander. Excellent. Oh, he's got a little grin. Ah, that's cheeky. Something you updated. Now, squad, what's our strategy? I was gonna say, where's our strategy? Where the hell's our strategy? So now, squad, what's our strategy? Hugo and I discussed it for a moment. We surmised that it's highly sensitive to vibrations. Every step our ferals take sends waves through the ground which the I.C.O. uses to determine our location. So, if we move an inch, it knows exactly where we're at. So, if we move an inch, it knows exactly where we're at? Precisely. However, we can turn that to our advantage. The colony is essentially blind without something moving on the surface. We could have one unit attract its attention while the other two units surround it. We'll have just enough time to react to its emergence with the combined might of 3 ferals. I have confidence we'll be able to restrain and eliminate the target. So, have someone act as bait then. A crude way to put it, but yes. I'll act as bait. Shay's feral and mine are the best fortified in the squad, but we do need someone to protect the convoy formations. Are you certain, Wagner? Positive. You're closer to the convoy formation anyway, so it's best if I handle this. The problem is getting our Myrmidians to Hugo's location. You two are several meters away from Hugo. If you move, the I.C.O. will track and attack you. Then Hugo's just going to have to make a lot of noise. If Hugo goes wild, then whatever noise he makes might be enough to drown out our movements. Our ferals should be agile enough to reach him in no time. I see. No objection, squad? There was a unanimous affirmation from the squad, myself included. Well, Blue Skies, you kind of missed me getting taken down for an hour and 43 minutes of content, and now I'm finishing part 2 of it. I'll re-upload the full video to YouTube, so everybody can see it as one continuous bit. Unless you guys kind of like the little break in between, I could just call this episode 2 and re-upload just the episode 1. Whatever. Because there's 2 updates. Yeah, that'd be perfect. It'd be like 1 episode per update and they'd match perfectly. Anyway, truthfully, I had no idea if this was going to work. What if it was sensitive enough to discern the vibrations made between us? But there was no other option at this point. I took a deep breath and exhaled. Hell yeah, let's do this! Ready? Ready when you are. Revert Mode B. Gil and I lined up our ferals and faced Hugo. 50 meters and a quadrupedal feral can easily make that distance, as long as the I.C.O.'s not faster. Royal Smoke lugged one massive pillar of an arm and thrust it back down. The splitting sound of its impact rang out like explosions in the wasteland. Scarlet Echo and Flaxen Emperor bolted in tandem, 2 streaks of gold and scarlet racing like bullets across the wasteland. 50 meters. Rail Smoke swiped another arm across the barren landscape, sending debris flying in every direction. 40 meters. Gil's feral looked positively ferocious, its slack-jawed mouth bearing gleaming scents of fangs which were still covered with dead I.C.O. Zooids. 30 meters. I glanced at the convoy vessels. Perhaps it would have been best to just grab a weapon. 20 meters. No. Too far away. Besides, Gil and I could easily take this thing on together. 10 meters. There, just beside Hugo's feral. Fissures. Fissures were forming. 5 meters. It's there! It's there! We were right! 1 meter. Engage Mode A! Engage Mode A! Both our ferals unfurled into their upright positions, our arm cannons shooting outwards to prepare to fire at a moment's notice. We both aimed our weaponry at the fissures which were just beside Royal Smoke's feet. Just move a little more. Just give us something to fire at. The cracks had ceased forming. We stopped. What? The hell? Then the ground suddenly trembled with great intensity once more. There was a strange sound emanating from below. A sick, wet noise followed by a familiar rasping sound. It was digging again. We prepared ourselves for its next attack, but the shaking ceased again. Everything was still. No sign of a bloodthirsty Goliath dwelling underneath. It was silent. Oh, you got to be kidding! Squad report! I have no idea, Commander. We felt it, but it never emerged. Gil lightly tapped the ground with his forelimb. No reaction. That bastard's plotting something. Fuck! Yo, Hugo, got a minute? Yeah? I want you to punch the ground. Huh? Your fail's got enough might to blow a crater the size of Ardor into the ground. Who knows? We could find something down there. Are you sure about this? Yeah, got any better ideas? Well, what do you all think? I suppose if we must, be on your guard and be ready to flee if it retaliates.
Well, here goes.
Gil and I crept backwards as Hugo's Feral shifted into Mode A. While not as tall as Amberlynn, Hugo's Feral was still a monster of a unit. Its front arms had the girth of a house. Steadily, Royal Smoke raised one balled fist. The sound of its impact was almost deafening as a geyser of dust erupted on the spot. When it settled, Hugo removed Royal Smoke's arm from the massive crater it had created. It must have dug down nearly 5 meters or so. It was almost impossible to see what lay beneath. There was just enough sunlight to reveal the base of a tunnel, the size of a tank in width. Hugo dug at the margins of the hole, further exposing its insides to the sun. At the bottom lay a gleaming pile of translucent material. It was moving, as it possessed a rudimentary level of intelligence. Upon closer inspection, the goo was full of I.C.O. Zooids floating around.
Commander, the I.C.O. has vanished. The only trace we can find is some... fluid. A son of a bitch has to be around here. Or has to still be around here.
Perhaps it'd be prudent if we regroup, yes? Shay loosed a deep, frustrated sigh.
Yes, that sounds best. You three get on over here pronto. We'll discuss our next course once our squad's reassembled. Make haste!
The three of us shouted affirmatively before we turned to make our way back. Every step felt odd, like I'd slip beneath the surface into oblivion at any moment. Gil and Hugo were silent, not even their breaths audible over the communications. Why was there so much I.C.O. fluid at the base of the tunnel, and more importantly, where could it have gone? A colony of that size must have required a lot of energy to maintain, and our feral units have more than enough to power it. But how did it plan to kill us? Sickening sound we heard during the second round of quakes. It sounded like a pop. Like something was splitting. Spine rattled as the thought occurred to me. Did I plan to split its colony and... Or did it plan to split its colony and... My thoughts were interrupted by a sensation in my tactile pads. I stopped Scarlet Echo. Burrowing. It was burrowing towards us. I could faintly feel the movements. But where? From where?
Yo, Judah, what's going on?
Shit! Shut up, it's coming back! Where? Where would it pop up from? There! Just behind me. Cracks in the earth. It was coming out of here. It was coming out of there. But why now? Why is it coming out now? I stood back, waiting for it to arise. Emerged again, amid a plume of dust with those soulless eyes, staring down at me again. But something was different about it. Something was off. Its appendages ended in blunt spines and looked to have been newly developed. There was another explosion, this time from where Hugo and Gil were. The sound of metal being shorn and Hugo screaming. Ah! I glanced behind me to where Hugo and Gil were. Royal Smoke's arm was in ruins, and the feral struggled to maintain its footing. An attack like that probably would have finished my median like Gil or I. Hovering above was the mega colony, its original head. Its body split directly in half. Amberlynn was barreling towards us with Felix staring down at the barrel of his weapon. Everything was happening so fast. Everything was a flurry of color. Before I could even process the moment, the blunt-headed colony became a flash of motion as it thrust itself towards me. We are gonna be risky today. Not because I've already played it, but we gonna be risky today. Scarlet Echo's colossal paws seized the blunt ends of the Mega Colony's appendages and tremendous face shook the entire feral unit. It was so much stronger than I had anticipated. Even with a Myrmidian strength, I struggled to fight back. I lost my balance, and the impact sent Scarlet Echo sailing backwards. Ah! Oh my god, my eyes! This is new. There was a flash of light and a splitting pain in my forehead. I should probably clean my screen. I staggered, tears welling up as my senses were brought back, and with it, an increase in the shooting pain. Wiping a paw over the injury, a trickle of warm liquid ran down the side of my head. Shit. My harmonics were reduced significantly. Scarlet Echo was inert, helpless. Oh boy, we're fucked. We're fucked. Should I? Maybe I should go through this and see if it's the right decision. The skip is now just cleared off, so maybe I did make the wrong decision. My skull throbbed painfully. Lights darted in and out of my vision.
Wagner, status report. Royal Smoke's right forearm has been destroyed, Commander.
Sea Lion hacked violently.
But I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Help Judah first. I can take care of this.
There was a loud clash as I assumed the Mega Colonies and the two remaining ferals were engaged in a violent brawl. I felt the impact of a feral's footsteps within moments. The golden canine's head popped into the view of my screen.
Hey, rookie, talk to me.
I groaned as I mustered up the power to speak. I'm here.
Well, no shit. What's your harmonics level at?
16%. Hey, this sounds like a homework assignment I just completed in that math class. 16%. Fingers crossed I pass it. There.
Fuck! Focus on getting them back up! Here, I help you.
Gil grabbed Scarlet Echo's side and his feral began to steam once again as he helped hoist me up.
Sorry, my unit's overheating a bit. Just help me get you up, alright?
As Gil hoisted my feral up, I focused on raising my harmonics back to optimal levels. By the time I was on my feet, it was enough for me to turn Scarlet Echo's head to finally see Shay. It was chaos. Dust was being thrown everywhere. Hugo's feral had crawled away from the battle, still staggering from its injury. Meanwhile, Amberlynn and the colonies were locked in a violent, chaotic battle. Seeing Shay engaged in combat was something else. His immense paladin weaved and parried blows with great finesse that would seem almost impossible for a unit of its mass. The feral's movements were lethal, effective, and even downright terrifying. The original colony had inflicted several gashes on the feral's body, yet Shay had always managed to block or evade it before it dealt any serious damage. The blonde-headed one, meanwhile, was clearly the lesser half, as Shay was able to easily overpower and outmaneuver it. Both colonies formed a pincer attack, each barreling towards Shay's flanks. The tiger feral's jaw dropped and clenched around the blunt-headed I.C.O. I was about to cheer, but Shay's position left him vulnerable to the original I.C.O. head, which cut a sizable gash in the feral's side. Amberlynn lurched but maintained its grip on the blunt-headed colony before planting a firm kick to the original head, which pushed it several meters away. The blunt-headed I.C.O. writhed helplessly in its monstrous jaws, which were billowing great pillars of steam.
Belfast, I need a detonation round now.
Understood. Shay flung the blunt-headed I.C.O. in Felix's direction, who looked even smaller from a distance.
Jesus Christ! This is new!
I looked up again, and the blunt-headed I.C.O. was replaced by a cloud of smoke which rained mucus and wriggling chunks from above. One down, one to go. Shay wasted no time in going for the other half and charged headfirst toward the colony. While Commander may be quick, but the I.C.O. was able to just barely dodge what would have been a lethal swipe from Amberlin's paws. Before Shay even realized where it was, the colony was already halfway burrowed beneath the surface. Is it really trying this shit again? There's no telling where the colony would emerge, and we're wasting a ludicrous amount of energy in the process. At this rate, we would have had enough power to make it to the rig? Or would we have had enough power to make it to the rig? Let's see. This thing relied on vibration to find its target. Any movement we make betrays our position. My eyes darted around the landscape. Amberlin and Flaxen Emperor were at a standstill whilst Hugo had successfully made it back to the formation. I trailed along until I spotted the fallen convoy, still burning profusely. There, glowing in the wreckage, the head of a polearm lodged on the ground. While it lacked the rest of its pole, to be enough. God, am I actually... Is this insane? It will kill me if I move. I have to stay put. But what the hell is there to do? Commander Gil? The polearm over there. The one in the fallen convoy.
Yes, Bishop?
I've never seen that word before.
The Bardiche?
Bardiche? Bardiche? Bardiche? I now know what the Bardiche looks like. It's wait, what? Sound of the letter pronounced. Say it, Albin. Or Ladith. Oh, it's the. Looks like Bardith, but it's like Ladith. I'm gonna pronounce it as that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I apologize if I'm wrong. So,
Ladith. Or Ladith. Fuck, I'm trying to say an Australian accent now. I don't know the word, and I'm trying to nail an accent. Ladith. What do you want with it?
It's weakened. It had half of its body totally obliterated already. Our strength was now on equal footing. Can someone, I don't know, get a hold of it? This colony's just going to get the chance to heal if we wait any longer. The polearm would give us unit significant close quarters advantage. If it's still activated, we can destabilize the colony for long enough to destroy a significant portion of its zooids. Wait, did you do a face reveal? No. Yeah, I did it like 2 months ago? Like 2 months ago-ish, give or take? Yeah, this is my life now. I'm hoping someday I could get like one of those CG, or I keep saying CG, one of those 3D anime characters I could do it with instead, maybe, just to see how that would work. But yeah, I don't have the money for it now, so not in my immediate plans. Maybe I'll commission Lucian someday for it, because they do great work, and I love their stuff. Anyway, if it's still activated, we can destabilize the colony for long enough to destroy a significant portion of its zooids. Right.
Judah, you're closest to it. Why don't...
Wait. Me? Shit, I wasn't close to it, wasn't I? Or, shit, I was closest to it, wasn't I? Wait, really? Me?
Yes, really. What's its speed? We need as little distance between the Ladith the unit that will retrieve it as possible. As possible. I'm trying to... Fuck, it's hard. I'm trying to find the Ladith as possible. Alright. Are you fucking kidding me? No. I can't. Why the hell are you calling on me, dumbass? This is my first time out in this shithole. I wanted to protect, but Gil is right. I was closest to the pole arm. A lump in my throat formed. The colony was probably preparing something awful. If I was to make one mistake, then... Oh god, oh god! What the hell did I sign up for? Damn it! I can't fucking do this! Now's not the time to be pissing yourself, Judah! Get a goddamn grip! We're in the middle of this bastard's territory and we don't have time to let it heal up. We need you to do this, alright? I know this is your first time out here, but that won't stop the mega colony from tearing us to ribbons. This is what you enlisted to be. Now, please, Judah. Please. I was speechless. Hesitation replaced by shock. The next action depended on me. I can't fail. My obligation to him. What I promised to myself. Was I this much of a fucking coward I forgot? My tail was still squirming uncontrollably. If Mom were here, she'd yank on it until it stopped. Here goes nothing. Scarlet Echo's body lowered in preparation to make a mad dash towards the fallen vessel. 30 meters, and if I'm in Mode B, I think I could get there in time. If I make a mistake, though. Gil and Shay are as far away from me as the Ladith is. Forget about that, just focus! The Feral's power drive began to increase in volume and strength to the point the cockpit began to shake ever so slightly. The I.C.O. could probably detect me already based on that alone. No point in waiting now. Yeah! The mechanical otter bolted forward, leaving behind a curtain of debris which flew all the way to Gil and Shay. The ground was silent, and he showed signs of movement. The bastard was chasing me just as I expected. It was right on my tail, and already impossibly sharp appendages were cutting through the surface like a fin through water. Just a little more, it was within my grasp. Engage Mode A! Scarlet Echo locked its digits around the pole, and I twisted around to face the mega colony, which had only just begun to break the surface. Gotcha! Using every ounce of my might, I plunged the blade through its body just as the knife-like spine threatened to cut me to pieces. There was a spray of mucus as the weapon tore through its soft tissue. Oh god, there it is. I strained as I dragged the writhing mass from its den. As it struggled, the wound I created began to widen as its colony struggled to create new structures. You won't get enough time to divide. You won't get time to escape. I looked up and saw that golden canine sprinting towards me. Nice going. That was wicked. Flaxen Emperor's jowls widened and it sunk its metal teeth into the I.C.O.'s hide. I grappled the Ladith and pulled at the same time. The I.C.O.'s body began to give and the force between our two ferals split the colonies tissue by tissue. Oh fuck. Fucking what the fuck? Fucking aced it, Judah. Just had to talk some sense into you. Would you shut the fuck up? Jesus Christ, that was so loud. Oh my god, I'm going to have people... Oh no. Just be quiet and help me kill this thing! Alright, alright. Sounds like a plan to me. I've never screamed that loud before. Holy shit. That went from 0 to 100 really fucking quick. I guess that was very cathartic though, actually. So, I've been meaning to tell you this to you, but I enlisted. What? I expected this to be her... It's the mom. What? I expected this to be her response. She stared at me wide-eyed, awaiting my reasoning, but I remained silent. Judah, why? Tell me! She tried grabbing my paw, but I reeled back. I avoided her gaze, but I knew she was weeping. Please. Please don't cry, I want to do this. Judah. I couldn't look at her. Not like this. I didn't want to do it either. I couldn't give a damn about being one of them. But everything had fallen apart. It's eating me up inside like a parasite. What life we led after Crater Hope. That wasn't living. If she's content with this, then fine, but I need to do this for myself. My answer, the only thing I could cling on to is in the chaos. This was my answer. It's a pilot in his steed. Yeah! Oh, look at this. That was pretty badass. I'm loving it. This power that's burning like a star in my core. This is the power of the feral unit. Unbreakable, uncontested, unmatched. In its flames, everything caught fire. In its flames, everything was reduced to ash. In its flames, the I.C.O. were no match. The I.C.O. colony, which had taken several lives just a few moments ago, hobbled and squirmed in a desperate attempt to retaliate. It was futile. It was futile. All of its attempts completely futile. I'll obliterate it. Waste every bullet you got on the bastard. Right. There it is. Very gory, but it's alien gore. I was overwhelmed with a strange feeling as every bullet pierced its tissue, like it had done him. No, the world, a favor by removing this thing from existence. The flames of my conviction blazed hotter as the colony was reduced to ashes. When Gil and I were done, the only minute fractions of the I.C.O. remained which scuttled away to live another day. Fuck those I.C.O. bastards! I sunk in my seat and let out a great sigh. It was over. We won. Wow, that's it? To be finally out of that cockpit in the cool hangar air was pure euphoria. The rest of the mission went relatively unnoteworthy. We delivered the craters, we refueled, and promptly returned without encountering anything else. Victory hug! There's your victory hug, guys. Anyway, the rest of the mission went... We delivered the carriers, we refueled, and promptly returned without encountering anything else. After a moment to brief our mission with some of the operators, Shane let us go for the day. The rest of the squad looked just as exhausted as I was. Hugo in particular, because he had to limp back without an arm for the rest of the journey. The only problem is that I'm thinking about Neon Genesis Evangelion. I'm thinking about Evangelion. I want to spoil it, but you guys know what I'm referring to with the whole arm thing. Like with the whole arm being like damaged or whatnot. There's that one episode. And I think as a result, the characters, like the person inside's arm ends up getting screwed up because of it. Wouldn't that have happened to Hugo? Like his arm got ripped off or something as a result of this? I'm just curious. Okay. Sure you'll be alright, man? Or, fuck, I sounded so Jamaican there. Sure you'll be alright, man? Yeah, sorry. I got banged up pretty bad in there. The sea lion rubbed a nasty-looking bruise on his snout, which made him wince. You do alright too, Judah. Are you doing alright too, Judah? You took a pretty bad hit to the head, it seems. I'll be fine. It's nothing major. Only got some drain damage. You sure? Go see a medic if you start to feel fuzzy. Right. Thanks for the concern. I should probably get this checked out. And maybe take a nap. You and me both. A nap sounds awesome right now. Anyways, take care, man. See you tomorrow. Farewell, Gil. And great job today, Judah. You did wonderful.
Thanks. It wasn't much of anything. Oh, thank you. Oh, I didn't do much. I just took down a giant mega colony. I rubbed the back of my head sheepishly. Cetus, are you reading my mind? Answer me, damn it! Wait, what Hugo said about a nap, though. Throwing myself into my bed sounded great right about now. Soon. But, wait, shit. I promised I'd call her after my first outing. And I should probably go see my mom and apologize for screaming at the top of my lungs to shut the fuck up. That was totally unexpected. What's the time? Okay, now they use military hours? Why did they say 700 at one point, and then they said get ready at 6:45 after that? Cetus, explain! America, explain! So, what's the time? 13:05? Yeah, she's probably wondering where I was. It's only 18:09 right now. Before I could bolt, Gil placed a paw subtly on my shoulder. Hey. Yo, Judah! What? My cheeks are... I should have said that shyly. What? My cheeks flushed red after realizing how abrasive that was. I could spot a few pilots eyeing me, further adding to my embarrassment. Still, that wild dog's touchy-feely attitude was getting on my nerves. Sorry, just... Please don't touch me. Gil apologized and continued as if nothing happened. Hey, so I just wanted to ask if you'd care to do some sparring with me tomorrow. We're on standby tomorrow, so most of the day will be spent on feral maintenance, but... I was thinking that we could instead invest some time in a bit of one-on-one combat training. Your movements weren't too shabby, though. I think you still have some room for improvement. Well, that sounds, fine, I guess? But, you sure it's a good use of our time? It might be a good idea, but I really wasn't in the mood to think about anything right now. You and me both. I nodded along just to please the dingo. Sure. He's just like, yeah, okay. Completely bails. Use the famous Keisuke quote. Or the famous Keisuke quote. I'll consider it. I nod along just to please the dingo. Tomorrow, at the crack of dawn, in the training center. Just you and me, pal. Might have to show me where that is. Oh, of course. Now, sorry, but I have to go to the bathroom. You probably saw right through my excuse, but whatever. I didn't stay around long enough for him to say more. Bye, Gil. Name and card? Judah Bishop, and, fuck, where is it? Right here. Sir, that is a dollar bill. Let me convince you. More dollar bills come out. Anyway, right here.
You have one pending call from a Marley Bishop in Crater Urbane. Here's your card. You have 5 minutes. Next! Your account comes out to $0.00. Oh. Okay. Next! Fucking... Come on. Oh, there we go. Hey, Mom. Oh, Judah, sweetie, how are you? Oh, fine, fine. Yeah. How about you? Oh, same old, same old. There's a germ going around in Urbane, so I've been busy at the clinic. That is some interesting timing, Cetus. I think... Did you write this part before the whole outbreak? Coincidence? I think not! Now, Judah, did you pilot your feral today? Yep. I really need some bread right now. I'm hungry. Thanks, guys, for the bread. And the nose boop. Anyway, there was a nervous gasp from behind the phone. One that sounded both proud and a little anxious. Wow, that's wonderful. How was it? She spoke with that familiar, worried inflection. I'd have to be pretty damn careful here. I really didn't want to have to calm her nerves down over the phone. It went okay. We went to a rig and, made it back. Yeah. There was a pause. I call bullshit. Right, okay. Nothing else happened? Yes, I swear to you, alright? I doubt she was convinced, but thankfully she changed the subject. Gives Dirk all his favorite snacks to last until 2025. Oh, you guys. That would be nice. Because I barely have enough snacks, as I have now. Well, making any friends? Any, cute boys in your squad? Ooh, mother! Don't say that! I sputtered. Mom! Right, sorry, but come on, I want to know. She a cougar. That's none of your damn business. I guess that Shay fellow looked kinda handsome, but that's besides the point. She knows what she's doing. I could hear her cackle from behind the phone. That witch! Betrayal! We continued our banter like this for a while. Not letting up on the whole cute boys thing, but I managed to evade most of the questions anyhow. Yeah, they were wearing tight spandex. All of them. Bulges. Bulges everywhere. Wait, oh fuck, I missed that line. Oh, never mind, I didn't. Time flew by fast, and before I knew it, I only had a minute left on the phone. Let's see. Oh, I should probably ask that then. I didn't want to end up on a note such as this, but it only seemed right. I stopped watching in some Adastra episode. Oh, I haven't watched Dirk in a long time. Oh, it's all good though. Everybody gets busy, you get busy. I got really busy with finals. Yeah, Adastra was an interesting one. I'm going to be doing Adastra 2, Electric Boogaloo next. Or Adastra 2, more Kemian Daddies. Anyway, say mom. Mom. That'd be such a mom joke. Say mom. Mom. Anyway, yes, dear? I wanted to ask, how's Dad doing? There was a momentary pause. You could feel the tone curl up and die on the spot. I waited anxiously for a response. He's fine. He's doing fine. Yeah? Yeah. I visited him today and... well, he's better. What did better mean? Would you like me to say something to him next time I see him?
I thought for a moment that I'm in good health and well, things are going all right for me. Okay. She was dead silent. Listen, I'm running out of time here, so I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Love you. She didn't have time to respond before the connection cut out. 5 minutes were up. Oh no, is this the to be continued part? Yep, let me just save here. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna change the name. Come on, change the title. Much better. Zooids. Zooids everywhere. Right, and that is it for the first 2 updates of I.C.O. To be continued. Line art and script by Cetus. I need to put this in my credits for next time. And this time. Okay, so credits, line art, and script. See this. Oh, coloring and art. Okay, just making sure I didn't miss anything. Coloring and art direction by Cody Opulus. I.C.O. roars were created by K-Sound Kaiju. YouTube channel is here. Can I copy the fuck? God damn it! No! I.C.O. roars were created by K-Sound Kaiju. Roars. Sound effects. K-Sound Kaiju. Cetus, tell me what its channel is, because I'm too lazy to check it out. No, I'm kidding. What the fuck did I just do? I hold down the control button. Okay, holding down the control button skips things. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the most interesting VNs I've played, I think. And I'm very fortunate that it's made by a good friend. So, I'm gonna Google. I'm gonna search his channel. Come on, go back to YouTube. No. YouTube. Okay. K-Sound Kaiju. Okay, I got his YouTube channel now. Alright. Who's next? What do you think is the most interesting VN you've ever played? I mean, to me, the one I got attached to the most was Tennis Ace, but the most interesting in concept, I think Notes of Hearts was interesting to me at first. I don't know, I just got burnt out on it. I mean, I like the RPG concept of it and all. It was more RPG based than VN based, but like I.C.O. is like one of the top ones for interest for me. I mean, the Smoke Room, I like it, but you know, it's not that new in terms of a concept, I'd say. Like, it's not like, oh, space aliens or something crazy like a Dastra, where it's like, well, even the Dastra, it's like, I was going to say a Dastra was one of my top ones, but yeah, if I consider a Smoke Room as like, you know, not as unique, then I guess I have to say the same thing about Dastra. Not that it's a bad novel, though, I love it, but I'd say I.C.O. is probably the most interesting one. Like, Dastra would be like a close second then.
And then, yeah, Tennis would probably be lower on the list because, you know, it's just your typical run-of-the-mill anime themes, blah, blah, blah. But I just love it because the characters make that novel. All right. And I hope, who was it? Who was the guy that drew me fan art, but I think I missed his message? Aaron's Drawing Hole. Aaron, I'm sorry that I didn't get to talk to you earlier. I got caught up in the middle of the battle scene and just got really, you know, in the mood, I guess, or in the zone. In the mood, Jesus. Anyway, a huge special thanks to, oh, thanks, to Dirk the Red Panda for programming help, Badger with writing and art direction, and Nana for creating the code assets and for the screen animatics. Oh, that's so sweet. If you'd like to help I.C.O. grow, please rate 5 stars on itch.io and fill out this survey here. And that's it. We did it. We have played the first 2 updates of I.C.O. Can't wait to play this again soon. Like, I really hope the channel kind of gravitates towards this because this is refreshing to me personally, I'd say. Like, I mean, Adagio was interesting at first, but since it kind of dragged out through like a year plus, I'd say, like, it kind of got to the point where it was like, you know, everybody was loving it, and it was just like, you know, there was so much going forward, and there's so much, like, you know, there's so much, like, press, I guess, or exposure for it, because it was one of the biggest novels for the fandom, I guess, or one of the bigger novels. It, you know, it was like you got a lot of it, a huge dose of it, and, you know, I'm going to be happy to check out Kemia, or, well, that's going to be what Adastra 2 is called, but I just wanted, yeah, a little break for that once I got to the end. And, you know, it's like we play Adastra. It's like I'm playing 2 Echo Project games. I was playing 3 on this channel at one point. And then I'm playing Tennis Ace, and it's like, you know, it's just a casual thing you just play once a month, not too much besides it. Nothing too, like, extraordinary in premise. But it's like, I kind of need something like this where it's like more adventure and very, like, you know, very high action, high octane driven. Kind of reminds me of BNA in a sense. I just finished watching I guess you can call it the first season, the 12 episodes of BNA, and loved it. That ending. Didn't know how they're going to solve it, and I don't know how they did, or what I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a problem. And maybe they'll solve it, maybe they won't. Anyway, Aaron said, Dirk, the fan art is finished. What do I do? You can see it. Oh, so you can at me at Twitter. So, Aaron, if you're still here, sorry if I didn't get you before you left, but you can at me on Twitter, post it in Discord, and at me there. One of those two. I'll typically respond to Twitter or Discord responses. But yeah, thank you for the fan art. Sorry I couldn't talk about it earlier. Oh god, if I can press it. Oh boy. I mean, definitely would press for the LGBT rights and, you know, kind of like anti-discrimination laws, things like that, but yeah. Free cookies, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to get too political on here. I already did on my Twitter and stuff like that. You know how I've been really pro Black Lives Matter movements as of late, and I need to watch some of the Black Lives Matter collections, some of the movies and whatnot, and shows and whatnot on the Black Lives Matter collection on Netflix and whatnot, just so I can get even more knowledge and better expose myself, because, you know, you can't just fight for it and not really have much backing. Like, you need to have more backing, I'd say, to at least be very supportive and make a difference, because otherwise you're just sitting there going, yeah, good for you, and then you're just enabling things to go either way. Kind of just on silence, you say, oh, this is wrong, but, you know, you don't have evidence to back up. Anyway, that's a whole topic for another time. Am I during the pandemic? Ups and downs, let's just say that. I was really worried about one of my courses because I was pretty close to failing, and I'm not sure if I passed. I need to check that after this stream.
I'm worried it's supposed to come out the grades like within a week, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think I could turn up the volume for the music. All right. Besides that, like I mentioned before, I have a Discord, I have a Twitter, but guys, for next week, I want to tell you guys in advance. I'm just gonna like not limit the topics to it has to be a certain thing, unless I really feel like it or I know way in advance that I'm playing a game. But for now, just send me whatever memes or whatnot on, and do hashtag Dirk meme review, or go to the Discord channel with that same name, hashtag Dirk meme review, and post that with your meme, and I'll check it out and see if you guys give me some juicy memes. Best meme will go up on the video, and it'll go on the screen right next to my face on the right. I think I'm looking to the right. I don't know. It's one of these sides. Anyway. Yeah, math was always my weakest subject. Yeah, it's not like I'm strong at the math part. I'm good at applying it and, like, you know, doing calculations or, you know, choosing equations per se or whatnot. But, or using it and analyzing it and explaining it, I'm just bad at, like, you know, doing, like, math equations and knowing, like, theory or, you know, whatever, the algebra. Like, the, you know, intense stuff. Like, I'm bad at. Not the best at calculus, but I'm okay with it. Anyway. What video was the face reveal? That may have been... That was for Password. That was for Tyson's episode, like, day 10, I think. So you can look up Tyson day 10. I think that was the face reveal episode. That was either the first or the second one. I still don't know what I.C.O stands for. You have to ask Cetus. Chat room? What the hell? Okay, yeah, besides that, like I mentioned the Dirk meme review. Yeah, I have a Patreon, so, you know, if I don't get a job this summer, I might push it a little more just so I can, like, say, hey, I need to make some money this summer because I, you know, afford an apartment. But, yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, this was a very fun update, and I can't wait for the next update. Hope to play it next month. Hope you guys get enough interest going for it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, take care, guys.